Tell us how you put that money to work.
Mission control. We have liftoff.
We're three friends.
Hey Chris, one second. Not three friends, it's four. It's four now. Hey guys, I'm in that too. Four.
Who turned $30,000.
Oh, and then I'll stop again. Really quick one here. Not $30,000. It's actually $31,000. Okay, $31,000
into $30 million.
Hey, pause that real quick. One more time. Not 30 million. There turned it into 30 million and $1,000 as well. Okay, so 30 million, 1,000. Okay, carry on.
Using nothing more than Twitter and a zero commission trading account.
We look for real-world trends or changes in consumer behavior that might be tied to a public company.
What's on earth?
Our goal is to give people a new way of thinking about investing and help level the playing field for everyday investors.
The so-called smart money, the suits who work on Wall Street, use the phrase dumb money when referring to people like us.
They want us to think that they are the only ones qualified to handle our money.
They think they're the only ones smart enough to invest. We're here to prove them wrong.
We are dumb money.
We are dumb money.
We are dumb money.
We are dumb money. We are dumb money. What's going on, traders? Hello, dumb money. My name's John. That's Groot. We trade options here, usually. Today's video is a lot different, as you probably saw from the intro. It is related to dumb money, and for anyone out of the loop, they are requesting submissions to basically partner with them, and that partnership comes with substantial resources. So that is something that I definitely could use. I think it would help grow the channel in general, but more importantly, this would help achieve the mission that I do have. So let's talk about that a little bit more, and I'll try and keep this brief, but there is a lot of ideas out there and this gets really tricky. Currently on the channel, you'll see it's related to options, income, and growing wealth through that methodology. That is just one small part of what I approach under a big umbrella, and I call it radical finance. I don't see this around. It's not something that is out there, but I do also admit here that I think dumb money also practices radical finance through their information arbitrage. And as you look around, you'll see this everywhere in general. Retail arbitrage, you'll see people making money through very unconventional means, crypto, NFTs, mining crypto. You don't even have to get dirty for it. This is something that needs to be explored, and it is something that I practice. So I would like to not only practice this, but show this to people. See, there's a big problem right now. Problem is that there are a lot of people working their traditional jobs, and they have a traditional based mindset of working really hard, digging yourself deep, crazy amounts of overtime in the hope that you get a $5,000 bonus, maybe a $10,000 bonus, but you are giving up so much more than that. It's very linear, but I would argue that these have diminishing returns, because the harder you try and work, you actually will start losing even more money and have less chance of doing better at times. So keep this in mind. I'm a firm believer that if you take just a portion of that and invest it into yourself and radical finance and growing that, you will see a $5,000 or $10,000 return with just a portion of that effort. And you can use that to then generate another $5,000 or $10,000 and just keep compounding that growth over the long term. So to help better understand this ideology, I think it's really important to understand these two core values that I do have. And they're really simple. Number one is I want to make sure that the younger generation, our kids, everyone below us has the opportunity to learn and grow and secure their own future. It's really important to me. And number two, really simple. It's easily my driving force here. And whenever I have like a difficult path or a fork I have to take or a decision to make, it's really simple. I just go off of this, and I want to create more value than I receive. So anytime I'm debating two options, I will always look at the one that will create much more value than what I expect or will receive, because I do know that over the long term it will pay off in dividends, and those dividends will start compounding. Okay, so let's get into Radical Finance and how this partnership will be utilized. Now, keep in mind, I'm only going to be doing a small portion of this just to keep this video a bit shorter. The main idea and principle here is that with the money, the very first thing I'm going to do is get a Tesla. And I know you're thinking, hey, what do you mean that? Well, I'll tell you this, it is not Tesla shares, it is an actual car. And there's a few reasons I would do this, but first and foremost, don't tell my wife. Please don't tell my wife. First and foremost, I completely think that this is going to flip the game and become an appreciating asset rather than what cars are traditionally known for being, which is a depreciating asset. And to top it off, I think it will enhance life value, and the fact that it is one of the safer cars out there is really important to not only me but my family, and I think really anyone who I care about, which is anyone who is on the road. But let's talk about this. I think Graham really said it best when he was talking about why financial YouTubers or anyone in the finance space on social media should be considering this vehicle.
So I can write it all off. I am actually looking into buying a Tesla in June.
Yeah, she could definitely write it off. I would actually agree with her. I think a Tesla would make a lot of sense, especially for anybody on YouTube. I don't know what it is, but like talking about a Tesla on YouTube is the equivalent of like talking about the iPhone. It's like everyone wants to know about the features of the Tesla and what like certain people think of it and what their experiences are. You will make your money back on the Tesla in the first 6 months. You'll make it all back. It's one of like the ultimate YouTube hacks. Buy a Tesla, make videos about it, pay for Tesla, get a free Tesla. Everyone wins.
Let's not forget, I am a easy peasy 6-hour full self-driving ride away from Jack and Graham. So Jack, get the pool ready. Graham, get the iced coffee ready. I'm on my way. Some other really key things related to Tesla that are interesting is in the active and passive space. So to actively make money here, we'll be exploring using Turo, Uber, Lyft, and delivering food and medication, all the works through there, and documenting that process. But from a passive standpoint, I am so impressed by this idea that Elon has even said it himself. You will start turning your vehicle into a money printing machine. So I think we can tell J Pals he needs to move over, and we'll put Elon in his place there. But by owning these vehicles, the resale value will go up, or you can basically sleep or be at work and you can have this vehicle work for you. And then lastly, let's not forget, the intention here is to drive it. So driving across country, hitting the stops that are needed to create more content, interview people, and see who is practicing radical finance and explore how and why they're doing that. One last component I'm thinking of with this vehicle is don't forget how wild I am. Yes, I would live in this vehicle for a certain amount of time in order to generate money for charity. But it would be really great to be able to create content and raise money for a charity that is important to all of us. Okay, a few other small components to radical finance that are really important in the crypto space. Yes, we know about NFTs. Yes, we know about buying Bitcoin, but I think there's other things that are being overlooked and need to be looked into. Have you ever heard of Costco crypto? Well, I did my first one today. We'll find out in about 2 weeks when I get my delivery, but you can see upwards of a 20 to 500% return depending on the coin, and maybe it's appreciating value in these next couple of months. How about crypto tomatoes? I wonder how those taste. And other things in this space that I think are going to change the game is mostly going to be decentralized finance. We will see where this goes. It's really hard to tell because of regulators. They don't seem to know what they're doing. When the time comes, that could change everything in this space. Another big one that I think we could leverage together that is well worth exploring is going to be holding quarterly contests top 15, top 20 YouTubers or social media influencers, get them all together. Let's get them to pick and trade as they please, and let's have weekly updates, monthly updates, and we can use this for a lot of opportunities. Cross promotion is not only great, but I think the more important underlying aspect here is maybe someone who has a following for makeup, someone who has a following for gaming. These can all come together, but they get more importantly interested in finance and maybe how they can grow their wealth and how they can secure their future. And I think that's a really key aspect to this. The capabilities to interview each week, turn this into almost like a fantasy football or fantasy hockey type of situation is insanely good. I think this is where it's at. On that note, another big one is these big social media companies, they are dangling carrots for everyone. This needs to be explored. As an example, Eric has moved a little bit of his YouTube content, optimized it for Snapchat, and with just 8 hours of work, he turned that into $50,000, and it is now still recurring passive income for him. That is worth exploring. That is something that people need to know about. And I'll wrap this up with a quicker last comment here. What's going on with public.com I think is amazing. The capabilities to follow your favorite investor or influencer is massive. What I do think is worth exploring is the possibility being able to follow traders in the futures, options, and other like crypto, stock market space. I think this would be great to be able to pay them back 1-2% fee for successful trades. It incentivizes everyone, and it is definitely doable with this new age of technology that was not previously capable with traditional methods of finance. So to close this up, I'll just have to say that the creativity, the ideas are boundless, but my resources, my time, my team, which is just me, is bounded. We have different ideas, but we all have the same goal. And the saying is true now more than ever, that it is faster alone, but much further together. So I thank you for the opportunity. Groot thanks you for the opportunity. And we hope to be able to grow with you in the future. So thank you again. Enjoy watching the rest of the submissions. They're really good. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.